on January 31st noon time. December 31st noon time. Now, after which you cannot register anymore for this period of time. Then internally, the system will do a selection. Based on what you have submitted, based on what your priority are, I will explain to you later on how do you set your priority. Okay? And based on the class size of the module, then you will be assigned to certain module. Then the outcome of which we will send you an email to inform you on January the 5th, on or before January the 5th. That is for bachelor student. Okay? After which, then all students will go through 2 weeks of add and drop. How do you do add and drop? The same place, you come back to the same place, but this time you don't get to see module registration. This time you get to see add drop. Right? Okay. Everybody follow? This is what I mentioned earlier. This is where your personal details are. Okay. Now for module registration, please click on module registration. Then, most of you will have just 1 degree. Not many of you will do 2 degrees at the same time. So it will be by default on what your degree are. Make sure that you always check that your student ID is correctly placed on the screen. Okay? Because sometimes you use a PC that was previously logged in by somebody else and that somebody did not log out. So when you go in, you are actually under that somebody else's ID. So make it a habit to check that you are always at the right login. Then, below it, you will see 7 rows, whereby you can pick 7 modules. For PhD, you just pick up your own. If you are for doing mathematics by research, you pick SM-6000. If you are doing mathematics by research of master, then you pick SM-5000. The same thing for UniBridge and diploma. But for bachelor, you will see that there's a priority 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at the side. There's a priority ranking 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Please put modules that you think you have that is most important to you on top. Something that you want to do badly, please put high priority. And also something that the class size is very small, that you want to be the first to be selected. Okay? Now, bear in mind, the selection done by the system is not on a first come, first serve basis. So there's no use to rush now. It doesn't mean that you are the first to register, you get to be picked up first. No. Everything is based on priority. For example, if you are a mathematics student, okay, you naturally have priority over the others on math group on Monday. And you can forget about Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Okay? So it all depends on what module it is, whether then you have to decide whether the clash is acceptable or not. But exam timetable is definitely should not have any clash. Okay? Then you fill up all the 7. Please do not fill up only 4 or 5, because you may not be successful. You are given the chance to put in 7, please put in 7. This is for the bachelor degree student. Now, you have to scroll to the bottom. You have to tell the system of all these 7, how many you are actually reading, how many you actually want. I just want 4 out of the 7, or I just want 5 out of 7. Okay? Then there's a drop-down box at the bottom for you to specify how many you want. Okay? After everything is properly done, only then the submit button at the bottom will appear. If anything is not properly done, the submit button will not appear. Okay? When you're happy with it, press submit. After you press submit, for all the students, whether you are a Unibridge or Master by Coursework, there will be warning message if you have problem. For example, if you have timetable clash, it will tell you. If you have exam timetable clash, it will also tell you. If you have not fulfilled the prerequisite, it will also tell you. If you are registering to something that has an anti-requisite, meaning that you have already done it before on some other module and this is not allowed, it will also tell you. Okay? Look at the alert messages. Spend some time digesting whether this is okay for you or not. If it is not okay for you, press the cancel button to go back. If it is okay for you, press proceed, the submit button. Okay? If the alert you think is okay, you can resolve it later on. You just want to register first, no problem, go ahead. Any of the error will not stop you from registering. It is only informing you. You are the one to make your own decision. You can still proceed and press submit. Okay? Please always make sure that you get these messages, this message, submission acknowledgement. The system will have to acknowledge that you have successfully submitted your application to register. If you don't get this message, whatever you have done did not go through properly, so you have to start over again. Okay? After you have gotten this submitted already, you still have time to go back to change. From now until December 31st, noon time 12 o'clock. From now until December 31st noon, you still have time to change your mind. You can keep on revising, changing, submitting, no problem. But we will close on December 12 noon time. Okay? During that time, when you go into the same place, you will see, it will tell you the registration period is closed. Okay? Then you just have to wait. Now, if after 12 o'clock, if you think you want to keep a copy of what you have submitted for your own reference, when you go back to the same place telling you registration has closed, you go down, that is a place where you get your submit button. Instead of a submit button, there's a place for you to download what you have submitted. Okay? Now that is only a copy of what you have submitted. It may not be the actual copy of what you will be given. Okay?
you can only get the actual copy of what you are given on January the 5th, on or before January the 5th. Okay. Now, on January the 5th, you can either choose to view your provisional PDF. January the 5th, you can click to view your provisional PDF, which is what you have been given. Okay? Provisionally. So that means you are provisionally registered to all these modules now. And you can choose to move on to add and drop in the 2 weeks that follow. On January the 5th, instead of module registration, you will see an add drop module registration. Instead of module registration, there will be an add drop module. Okay? You will go through, you will have the same user interface that you see during your module registration. But it's slightly different this time. Because you have been registered already to all those modules. This time you want to add some more or you want to drop some of those. If you want to drop any of those that are already there and you want to drop, there will be a drop button for you to click. You can see a drop button for you to